Car batteries today aren't cheap. Some cost over $140. And the worst part? They often die right when you need your car the most. But here's the good news. With proper care, you can double your battery's lifespan. Many people only think about their battery when the car won't start, but it's the small daily habits that decide whether your battery lasts 2 years or 6. In this video, we'll explore 5 super simple but effective tips to keep your battery strong, ensure easy starts every morning, and avoid getting stranded with a dead car. If you find this info helpful, please subscribe. 1. Check your alternator regularly. The alternator is the energy heart of your car, and it directly impacts your battery's lifespan. Many people only focus on the battery when the car won't start, but they overlook that more than half of premature battery failures are caused by a faulty alternator. It might sound complicated, but if the alternator charges too weakly or too strongly for just a few weeks, your battery can be completely ruined. The alternator generates electricity while the engine runs, recharging the battery at the same time. When your car is on, everything, lights, AC, audio system, sensors, even the onboard computer, draws power from the alternator. If the alternator is healthy, it charges the battery just right while keeping all systems running smoothly. But if it's weak, the battery has to pick up the slack, draining itself day by day. On the flip side, if the alternator has a faulty diode or voltage regulator, it can overcharge the battery. This causes the voltage to spike, the battery to overheat, the electrolyte to evaporate quickly, and the internal plates to burn out. Many cases of swollen batteries, acid leaks, or sudden battery failure are due to an alternator charging too much. A healthy alternator should maintain a voltage between 13.8 and 14.5 volts. If it goes above 15 volts for too long, your battery will fail fast. The tricky thing is, a weak or failing alternator doesn't always show obvious signs. The car might still start fine, but you might notice small clues. Headlights dim slightly when the AC is on, the dashboard flickers, or the starter feels sluggish in the morning. Many people assume it's a weak battery and replace it, only to find the new battery dies just as quickly. That's a classic mistake when the alternator is the real culprit. The good news? Checking the alternator is super easy. Just head to a garage and a mechanic can measure the charging voltage in minutes. Or you can do it yourself at home with a compact battery and alternator tester. They cost about $50. Clip the tester to the battery terminals, start the car, and check the voltage. If it's in the safe range, your alternator is fine. If it's only 12 volts or lower, the alternator is weak. If it's over 15 volts, it's overcharging. Both are bad news. Here's something else many don't realize. Modern car electrical systems are extremely sensitive to voltage. If the alternator isn't working right, it can cause all sorts of weird issues. Check engine light comes on, sensors give false readings, the ECU acts up, or the car even stalls mid-drive. All because of unstable voltage. Regular alternator checks not only extend your battery's life, but also prevent a slew of tricky electrical problems. If your car is showing odd signs, weak starting, dim lights, or glitchy electronics, check the alternator first before rushing to replace the battery. A new battery won't fix a faulty alternator, and you'll just be throwing money away. Monitor the acid level. Most drivers only think about their car battery when it suddenly fails to start the engine, but few realize that the acid level inside the battery is what determines whether it lasts a few years or just a few months. It's something most people overlook, because no one thinks a bit of liquid could ruin a heavy battery weighing dozens of pounds. In reality, if the acid level drops below the recommended mark, the internal lead plates get exposed to air, oxidize, and get damaged permanently. Once that happens, there's no saving it. You'll need a new battery. Car batteries work through a chemical reaction between lead and a diluted sulfuric acid solution. When you start the car, The electric current comes from the ion exchange in this solution. If the solution runs low, the reaction weakens, the voltage drops, the car starts sluggishly, the lights dim, and sooner or later, the battery dies clinically. In hot climates, evaporation happens faster, especially in cars parked outdoors, where high engine bay temperatures can double the rate of water loss compared to cooler environments. Checking the acid level is simple. If your battery has removable caps, often called flooded batteries, open each cell and look inside. The liquid should always cover the lead plates completely. If you see the plate sticking out or the upper area looking dry, the acid is too low. In that case, top it up with distilled water. Never use tap water or regular purified water. Tap water contains minerals like calcium, magnesium, and iron, which settle at the bottom and cause short circuits between the plates. A common mistake is overfilling. If you pour too much water and it spills over the top, the solution can boil and leak out during charging or when the engine gets hot, wetting the terminals, causing rust, and corroding the battery tray. Fill just enough so the liquid is about half an inch below the top of the cell. That's ideal. After topping up, wipe any spilled acid around the caps with a damp cloth and wear gloves to avoid skin burns. For sealed or maintenance-free batteries, you can't open the caps to check the level, but that doesn't mean they don't evaporate. In fact, sealed batteries are only designed to evaporate more slowly, not to last forever. After 3 to 4 years, they can still dry out and lose performance. Since you can't add water, the only way to stay on top of it is by regularly checking the battery's voltage. If you live in a hot climate or frequently drive long distances, check the acid level every 2 to 3 months. If the car sits unused, still start the engine periodically to keep the current flowing, which helps the solution mix evenly and prevents lead salt crystallization. When checking, don't forget to clean the battery terminals and vent caps, as evaporated acid residue can cause metal corrosion around them. A pro tip from mechanics: keep a bottle of distilled water and a small plastic funnel in your trunk. Topping up takes just 5 minutes, but can add 1 to 2 years to your battery's life. If you've noticed, professional garages do this during every routine service because they know maintaining the right acid level is the simplest way to keep a battery healthy. If this is news to you, comment 2 below. 3. Don't let your battery sit idle for too long. Many people think leaving a car unused means the battery gets to rest and will last longer, but the truth is the exact opposite. The longer a battery sits idle, the faster it dies. This is one of the most common misconceptions, especially for people with a second car or who rarely drive. Car batteries aren't like phone batteries or portable power banks. They're designed to discharge a small amount of power to start the engine, then immediately recharge via the alternator when the engine runs. When the car is used regularly, the current keeps circulating, like exercise keeps a body fit. But if you leave the car sitting for days without starting it, the battery slowly self-discharges over time without recharging. This process, called self-discharge, happens even if nothing is plugged into the car. Just 1 week of inactivity can drop the voltage by a few percent. A few months can leave the battery clinically dead. When the voltage gets too low, lead sulfate crystals form on the plates, and these are what kill a battery permanently. Once sulfation happens, even recharging won't fully revive it. The battery will weaken and lose its ability to hold a charge. Another reason batteries die faster when unused is that modern cars have background electrical systems. Even with the ignition off, devices like clocks, alarms, sensors, ECUs, dash cams, or GPS trackers quietly draw power. These nibble away at the battery bit by bit every day. So, if you leave your car untouched for 2 to 3 weeks, you might return to find it completely drained. The solution is simple. Start the engine periodically or use a battery maintainer, also called a trickle charger. If the car will sit for more than 10 days, start it for at least 15 to 20 minutes to let the alternator recharge the battery. If you have a car you rarely use, like a backup or summer vehicle, invest in a small charger. These plug in and provide a low, steady charge to keep the battery at optimal levels. Some advanced models even simulate light charge-discharge cycles to exercise the battery and prevent sulfation. If you live in a cold climate, leaving a car unused is even riskier. Low temperatures slow the chemical reactions in the battery, thicken the electrolyte, and cause the voltage to drop faster. Many cars left idle through winter end up with a frozen battery that needs replacing when you try to start them again. A mechanic's tip: if you must leave the car for a long time, disconnect the negative terminal, the black cable, to cut off all background power drain. This reduces natural discharge and protects the battery over extended periods. Just remember to reconnect it tightly before starting to avoid sparks or poor contact. Letting a battery sit idle doesn't just mean replacing it sooner. It can also mess with the car's electronics. Low voltage can cause the ECU and sensors to malfunction, triggering random errors, warning lights, or unstable engine performance. Many people think their car is broken when it's just a weak battery from sitting too long. Think of your battery like a muscle. It needs activity to stay strong. Don't let it sleep for months and expect it to perform. A little attention, regular starts, a trickle charger, or disconnecting the terminal can double its lifespan and save you from the frustration of a car that won't start on a busy morning. 4. Keep the battery terminals clean. Many people think cleaning battery terminals is a minor task, but it's actually one of the top reasons batteries die early, and few pay attention to it. You can buy a high-quality, high-capacity battery, but if the terminals are dirty, oxidized, or loose, the current won't flow properly. It's like using a phone with a rusty charging cable that barely works. The result? Weak starts, dim lights, a battery that fails fast, and sometimes just a slight bump can cause the car to shut off in the middle of the road. The battery terminals are the only connection point between the battery and the car's entire electrical system. When acid vapor escapes from the battery, it mixes with humid air and dust, forming a white-green salt-like layer. This is corrosion. It looks harmless, but it's a silent electricity killer that increases resistance. The current from the battery has to push through this barrier, heating up the contact point, which over time can melt plastic, burn the terminal, or ruin the battery post entirely. Not only that, loose terminals can cause intermittent power. You might notice the car starts fine one moment and struggles the next, or the lights flicker, or the radio gets static. Worse, poor contact can create tiny sparks when you turn the key. Extremely dangerous if acid vapor is leaking nearby. Even a small spark in a confined space could cause a fire or explosion. The solution is simple, but needs to be done right. First, always disconnect the negative terminal, black, before the positive, red. Use a dedicated brush or a small wire brush to scrub off the white-green corrosion. If you don't have one, mix baking soda with warm water. It neutralizes acid effectively. Scrub until the metal surface shines again. Then, wipe it dry with a clean cloth and spray an electrical contact cleaner or mass airflow sensor cleaner to remove any remaining dirt or grease. Once the terminals are completely dry, the most important step is to apply a battery terminal protector spray or a thin layer of dielectric grease. This coating creates a barrier against moisture, preventing oxidation and keeping acid salts from coming back. Don't forget to tighten the terminals securely after cleaning. Even a slightly loose connection can disrupt the current. If you live near the coast or in a high humidity area, check the terminals every 2 to 3 months. Salty, humid environments cause corrosion to build up much faster. Also, cars that sit unused in a garage for long periods need regular checks too. Acid vapor still rises and collects around the terminals even when the car isn't running. A mechanic's tip: when you see a thin layer of salt forming, don't assume the battery is failing. A thorough cleaning can restore the current flow. Many cases of weak starting or a check engine light are caused by dirty terminals, not a bad battery or alternator. Cleaning them properly can make the battery work more efficiently, reduce heat, and extend its life by 1, 10, or 2 years. 5. Choose a battery with slightly higher CCA for better durability. When it's time to replace your battery, most people only look at size and price, rarely noticing the small number on the label, CCA, or cold cranking amps. This is actually the key factor that determines a battery's strength and longevity, especially if your car starts in cold weather or isn't used regularly. By choosing a battery with slightly higher CCA, you can extend its lifespan by years, while also making your car start more easily and reliably. CCA, simply put, measures a battery's ability to deliver a large burst of current for a short time. Specifically, the amps it can provide for 30 seconds at 0 durádigi, about 18 degrees, without the voltage dropping below what's needed to start the engine. Higher CCA means better performance in harsh conditions. But even in warm climates, a higher CCA offers benefits. The battery has extra strength, so it doesn't have to work at full capacity, reducing internal wear and making it last longer. Mechanic Scotty Kilmer once shared a real-life story about his old Celica. The car originally needed a 500 CCA battery, but when he switched to a 700 CCA one, it lasted over 5 years without needing replacement. The reason is clear. With higher CCA, the battery operates with extra room, not straining every time the engine starts, so the internal lead plates are less likely to warp or overheat. On the other hand, if you choose a battery with lower CCA than recommended, every start becomes a struggle. The sudden surge of current heats the plates rapidly, evaporates the electrolyte, and forms lead sulfate crystals, factors that can cut a battery's life to just 1 to 2 years. Many people save a few bucks on a cheaper battery, only to replace it twice as often because it's too weak and wears out fast. Another reason manufacturers often install batteries with lower CCA than ideal is to cut costs and reduce vehicle weight. A smaller, cheaper battery, say $10 less and a few pounds lighter, can save car makers millions annually. But for drivers, that difference is barely noticeable, while a higher CCA battery ensures stronger, more stable starts, especially in cars loaded with electronics like dash cams, audio systems, heated seats, sensors, and LED lights. When picking a new battery, go one step up or about 100 DAS or 200 CCA higher than the original recommendation. For example, if your car needs 550 CCA, choose a 650 SAT 700 CCA battery. You don't need to go overboard. Bigger batteries are heavier, take up more space, and cost more. But this slight increase keeps the battery in a safe operating zone, reduces voltage drops during starts, and is especially helpful for cars that sit unused or are parked in cold weather. Also, make sure to pick a battery with the same structure type, flooded, AGM, EFB, etc., as your car requires. A high CCA won't help if the battery type isn't compatible. For example, using an AGM battery in a car designed for a standard one can cause the alternator to charge improperly, leading to early failure. If possible, have a mechanic check the charging voltage to ensure the alternator works well with the new battery. A small tip: when buying, check the manufacturing date printed on the battery. Even with high CCA, a battery sitting in a warehouse for over a year will have reduced performance. Choose one made within the last 3 or 6 months to ensure the electrolyte hasn't weakened. The battery isn't just a power source, it's the starting heart of your car. Picking one with slightly higher CCA makes it work easier, last longer, and stay reliable in any condition. Don't skimp a few bucks only to replace it twice as soon. A smart choice from the start can mean easier mornings, lower maintenance costs, and a car that stays healthy for years. Don't miss the next video. Follow the channel now!